and then maybe find out if it's working or not. It looks like it is. It's always up in the air, though. Hey, everybody, this is Grimcat, and we are here for Dungeons and Dragons Friday, on a Saturday for, 3/4 of the party. The group, rather. I'm Grimcat. I am playing as a player in this one. I am Riyadh Day, the friendly, local, somewhat whiny bee druid. We are also joined by Roland. Say hi.
Hey there. Just the Roland the terrible spy popping in and out of the shadows to get seen.
We are joined by Greg.
Howdy.
And last, but certainly not least, Gypsy.
Yo, I am the DM. Assuming I can be heard. My mic was a little bit from my mouth.
Yeah, you're a tiny bit low.
I will peek up as I start speaking more, but I guess I will just take over as I usually do at this point. Last week, not last week, but last session when we played, you guys had made it back to the Biting Ant Tribe camp and found out that the owls have been invading the area and seem to be preparing for war, so the Biting Ants have also done the same and more or less enlisted your help, which I think was offered quite willingly by you guys just as much. You went and scouted out the other tribe's camp, who they seem to have taken up refuge, or at least staying at Camp Righteous, the big trapped monolith crocodile man statue thing from a wee while ago. You got a fair rough count. I don't know if you guys would have marked it down, but you guys got at least decent count of around the camp, of what was in the camp at the time. And on the way back, two of our players who had gone scouting decided they'd go for an extra long wander, and during that time, another portion of the party had been captured by some giant robotic spider machine, which brought you back to a cave. And luckily, the other players found the tracks from said creature or machination and followed it to this cave where you have discovered these goblins who claim to be cursed gnomes, and as far as evidence suggests, that is quite likely, a true statement. We had been going over, Riod, you had been going over various notes and everything, and not found much usable information. A lot of the reading was near illegible or unreadable for you for various reasons. Roland, you did end up stealing a couple of those grenades, did you not?
Yeah, I think I got two.
Yeah. And we will pick up from there. Depending, how long would you take doing all this, Riot? How long would you go? Because I'd be happy, like, if you're spending some time poring over it and everything, I'd be happy for you to give another roll for it.
I think I would like to try to spend, a decent shot going over it. I get that it's neither my expertise nor anything like that, but
you might get lucky and at least get a clue for it. But it is also a factor of you are missing a quote-unquote party member in Flask of wine is still out in the jungle somewhere. So is our donkey and the fighting ant goblin scout, who is basically a mime for you guys. I mean, he speaks, but it's all goblin to you.
Right. So you like another Arcana from it? Or...
Whichever kind of investigation check you'd want to do, either investigation arcana or I forget what the other skills are sometimes, a lot of the time, because I don't use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could, not that you'd probably want to looking at it, but nature might work as well if we're trying to do, like, the notes could pertain to almost anything, so if you just want to make a check.
Yeah, it's 6 of one, half dozen of another. It's both an int skill. But, I will go ahead and, burn an enhance ability on myself for it, and, really give it the old college try.
Yep.
So 18.
That. And I'd assume you'd use, the hour of the spell, so you could make the most out of everything.
Yeah.
And, it seems to have been some kind of accident with creating a new fuel type for their giant spider thing that has caused some kind of genetic disruption. You would hazard a guess that it would be fixable, but again, it is still, if not completely out of your jurisdiction, at least out of your skill set for the time to be able to do it yourself. But it's as he, the one that was speaking to you, explained it from the notes, you managed to glean enough in common and a few other various scrawlings you might happen to know as well. What are your other languages?
I speak Dwarvish, Druidic, yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be just scrawled common articles and everything like that, but you'd make out a little bit of that he is telling the truth, or at least their notes represent such that there was some kind of accident with trying to create a fuel source, which seemed apparently too unstable to make.
And so this is sort of obviously more than just a temporary magical effect. I could...
Yeah. It seems to have, a couple of notes show that they've done different tissue samples and everything like that, and it's actually changed them down to a full, every part of them is goblin now level.
Well, I'd certainly grab, the four of us up. I wouldn't necessarily broadcast it in front of the gnomes, but at the same time, I don't think I necessarily try to hide it, but...
Most of them have been in still somewhat of a fugue state. The one that was speaking and introduced himself as Greg, he has been shuffling around and checking on the others and everything like that. And there is another one who has kept to themselves, but has basically done the same, checked on the others, made sure they're okay and everything.
So, pouring over to these notes, what they've told us so far, well, it fits all the pieces. They were working on some sort of magical fuel source to fuel that contraption of theirs they had. And then this is... I don't exactly understand it myself, but for lack of a better way to explain it, mad wizard themselves into these goblins. It's possible that it's reversible, but it's certainly beyond my abilities.
Yeah, a little bit beyond mine as well. Looks like it succeeded in building the fuel for the spider.
Possibly not. I think this was an experimental fuel, and I mean, To be frank, if it turns you into the goblins, I would say it'd be more unsuccessful than successful.
Now why would a fuel turn them into goblins? Out of all the things, like, do you think they put goblin in the fuel?
I couldn't even begin to take a guess. I mean, maybe this is magical, like arcane in nature, for the most part. For all I know, they did it on the wrong day, under the wrong moon sign, in the wrong season, and so it turned them all into these goblins.
Well, that brings the question: are we going to help them now?
I'd like to afford them some sort of help. I don't know what that will be in this form. I mean, most of them look helpless, and I don't know whether that's their gnomish mind fighting with their goblin mind or what, but if you put a spoon in their hand, I don't know if they'd all be able to feed themselves. And so I don't exactly know what we could do for them. I mean, at first I thought just taking them with us to the Biting Ants' tribe and having them look over them, but with them being this bad, I don't know how well that would go over. If we truly wanted to help them, it would probably involve taking them back to civilization. But again, I don't know how that would go over, bringing a bunch of, for all what looks like Batiri, back in. We'll go ahead and address the one. It was a Grig? Grick.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you're from? What the city is?
The mainland somewhere. Not one of the main holds. Not the big ones. A small outsider cast town. I can't remember name, but it was on the coast.
But not here in Cholt. Where were you?
No.
Where did you supply yourself here, on this continent, island, whatever?
Honestly, I was a kid when it all happened. I was a child, small. Shunba will be able to tell you better when he wake up.
Who's Shumba?
And she points to, I don't know if you guys would be standing up on the ledge currently, but this one who would be standing here currently.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Yeah.
She's like awake right now, right? For all intents and purposes, like.
Grick is. Shunba seems awake and is just standing there in a kind of misty-eyed state, just staring out. Like, you've noticed sometimes if you walk close to them or if you pass them by, they'll seem to turn their heads to watch you go past, but they're not watching you. It seems like they're almost looking through you or not looking at all. It's just a almost reactionary thing.
Grick, when you say awake, do you mean her mind will come back to her?
Yeah, usually only 2-3 hours, maybe. We all have it happen. Some of us sometimes don't. It seems at least one or two of us always seem to stay up when the others do this.
Well, that's good, at least.
Except for Growl. And she points to the one who has been sitting over here the whole time.
She doesn't wake up?
He basically always like that.
I see.
Is this a... We need all more information before we go ahead with this kind of thing? That is out of character, by the way.
I mean, by all means, like, Greg has said that you guys are free to leave, and you don't think, with all of these being basically asleep, save for Greg and one other, you don't think you'd be able to be stopped if you wanted to leave or anything like that.
How are you for supplies?
Well, we make do. We hunt mainly meats and stuff like that. Sometimes if we find bodies or something out, we take what they have and bring it back.
Like, they don't look starving or hungry
Right.
or anything like that. They all look well and healthy, even the one that is apparently always in this mindless state. Yeah, they all seem very, very healthy and fit.
I turn to the other three. Well, there's, again, a couple of things we could do. We could put a pin in this for a while, because I'm not sure what to do. They look like they're surviving on their own, and according to the one, apparently the accident happened when he was a child, so they've been surviving for quite some time. Likely they're going to continue surviving. We could...
They do seem very secure here. The cave, like, don't forget, the cave is quite a long entrance and everything. Although no alarms sounded off when you walk down or something, you would imagine, being how they are and the fact that they are technically gnomes and everything, that they would have some form of contraptions and everything like that.
Right. Mind you, there is sort of a war of sorts bordering on the surface. The other option, well, one of several options I see, is seeing if they want to come back up with us to the Biting Ants camp, where at least they'll be more safe. Well, likely more safe. And perhaps could even assist us in those endeavors. Although I'll admit, that's more... we benefit a lot more than they would from that one, if that's the case. The other option, we find... We either take them to a civilization, or we bring someone who specializes in curses, or this kind of thing, not curses, to here. And honestly, I'm not sure what the best option is.
Yeah, I reckon our number 2 option would be better. Finding someone who knows a lot more about this kind of thing than what we do at the moment. Because, yeah, I'm a little bit lost on this one.
It's kind of becoming more apparent that we do need some sort of wizard with us as well for this kind of circumstance too. or at least someone who has a better grasp on the arcane than any one of us.
Oh, sorry, boys.
Yeah.
Is there 2 Jakes for anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad.
I've been staring at it for like 5 minutes and I'm just like,
But I guess the question is, again, do we just leave him here for now, or do we try to bring him with us a bit further? I'm mostly content, I think, just to leave him here. Like I said, they've been here for quite some time. And sure, they could help with this. The goblins' issues, but, I mean, that is just mostly putting innocents in harm's way. Your thoughts, Roland?
I was kind of leaning towards trying to convince them to come with us to the Ants tribe, but I didn't really think about putting their lives in danger. I was just thinking, if they come with us, they can stick around, and we can.
Yeah. And again, it's not as if their lives aren't exactly in danger here. I mean, we've seen the things that are out around here.
it's Chult. Everything's in danger, even the danger.
There's always a bigger dinosaur. I suppose I don't mind inviting them to come with us if we're all sort of in agreement on that one. And then we see what we can do afterwards. Maybe something pops up at us. Not that I would expect it to, but...
So, what are this? Are we taking them back with us, by the sounds of it?
That's what we were deciding.
We were just discussing. Your input would probably help, because Riod thinks that they might be a little bit safer here. I think it's a good idea to come with us. Do you have any input?
Yeah, I reckon they might be a bit safer here. Now, we could take maybe one or two with us back to the Biting Nest, was it? To see if they knew anything about it?
I don't. As much as I like the goblins, if this is out of our abilities, I am pretty sure it would be out of the goblins' abilities. And I think they'd be safer as a group. If some of them are coming in and out of their consciousness, nobody from the goblins is going to have time to look over them. So I think it's better to keep them here, and again, when we have chance, find or hire an expert, preferably a gnome, perhaps, and bring us here in the hopes of helping these people. It doesn't appear as if they're not busy here either. I mean, they've done these contraptions around us. I mean, some of these are recent. So it's not like they've lost all their facilities anyway. Oh.
Is it? Yes. Yep.
Who's leaving?
So, yeah, I'm gonna probably go for the idea of just leaving them here and then bringing someone back who knows a little bit more about this.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. And if, they can help us somehow, I don't know how they would.
And their big spider mech looks pretty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
It'd be
say
pretty nice to have.
I say that with the knowledge that we've just stolen a bunch of grenades from them.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Roland. Yeah, he rolled really well on it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
he's pretty sure that it won't get noticed and everything like that.
Oh no, I was saying, like, I don't know how they'll help us in character, but
right.
having just stolen a bunch of stuff from them. Yeah, I think it's Grick. We want to help you, but we're not entirely sure how. This is sort of out of our abilities, and at this exact moment in time, we're sort of doing something on the surface. But I think I want to try to bring someone here that's more of an expert on these things that can help you.
Again, I not really speak for everyone, but I mean, that'd probably be okay. Gnomes would probably be better if you run into other gnomes. I mean, anyone who can help us would probably, the others would appreciate it.
I'm sure. I do sort of have one question, though. When you took our friends, did you have something in mind about them helping you, or?
New faces, new avenues to try. I think they were saying. We at least pick up most humans and humanoids and other races that we happen to come across. Although it's not very often we come across any, and especially ones that aren't so ET.
Right. Interesting. Do you leave each other notes? I understand that you go in and out of sort of your consciousness.
Oh no, it's like a all together thing. That we have it pretty well timed now, so everyone makes sure they're in cave. We almost made mistake and didn't make it back bringing your friends here, though. To be honest, I don't know how to drive Big Bess, and he's asleep at the moment.
I see. You're not like sharing thoughts with each other.
No, nothing like that. We're not that magic. No, like we are. Don't know how to say. I don't do the experiments and stuff. I look after Big Bess. I make sure she runs.
Mm-hmm. Well, for now, continue on as you have, but, and this is something you should tell the others too, be very careful about going on the surface, because there's going to be Well, a lot of the materia, the goblins such as yourself, fighting on the surface, likely.
We don't tend to go out on foot. We take Bess out, and me and my sister, we man the guns on it too, and that I think they win against the actual goblins.
Well, I'd assume you'd know best. I do not sound very
I
convinced.
don't like to think that myself, though Shunba and Tringle probably do.
Right. We'll probably be back, I think, to check on you all. I hope you wouldn't mind.
I mean, no, I guess it shows that we're at least forgiven for, I guess, just taking you. We know it's not exactly conventional.
Well, I can't exactly speak for my companions, but I wasn't taken.
Yeah, River would look very, very huffed about that. About that being said, like she's not impressed through this whole thing.
Yeah.
She's just been seething.
Perhaps, at the very least, an apology to my companion.
Well, we are sorry. It's dangerous out there. We have to make sure we have advantage.
Apology accepted.
And kind of give almost a grin, I guess. Because just to note, like I'm just using the tokens, but none of them would actually have been wearing masks.
Sure.
How do I remove a token anyway? I want. How do I remove that of the Jake token?
Click it and delete it. So the one on the left,
No.
it's gone.
Oh, nice.
Bam, and the token's gone. But yeah, it seems you guys are free to leave when you want. Again, none of them seem to have woken up yet, although you've only been here an hour or maybe an hour and a half.
Well, I think we should leave for now and maybe come back in a few days or so when we have time. Maybe talk to another one, get some more insight into what's happened, or even further of what to do.
Are you speaking to party?
Yeah, I was speaking to the party on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to wait around for one of these things to gain conscience? Just to see what happens?
We could, yeah.
I mean, if we find anything that could be helpful.
Then if anything never doesn't happen in the next, say, half an hour, would you say half an hour in game, bro? Half an hour now?
I mean,
How long would that be?
Grit just said a couple of hours, like they didn't have a distinct time frame they gave you. But it doesn't seem like it's. She didn't pose it as it's like a week-long thing. Come back next week or something like that. Like it seems to be a sort of rest or something like that.
Is there anything we can do around the cave if we wait?
Not really. Again, you're free to use that stuff. Just don't blow anything up. We kind of keep busy ourselves. I mean, me myself, believe it or not, metal isn't the easiest to find in a place like this. So a lot of my time's spent scavenging and stuff.
Okay. Should we say wait around for another half an hour to an hour? See what happens.
Well, I mean, we might as well just
Is there
wait.
somewhere I can take one of those grenades and just...
Do you actually ask that? Because if you actually ask that, that's revealing that you've stolen grenades.
No, because I wanted to ask if I could take one and then take it.
Oh, so if you
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, if
It's
you're
like, can I
asking
grab one
like
of those
that.
and then go somewhere and try it out?
Greg would probably tell you no because they're not his.
Steal one.
What I didn't want to say was so I could have practice for the grenades that I stole.
But now you've called attention to the grenades.
Slip them in my pockets. Slip them in my pockets before he comes and searches you.
Sorry, I've got
But,
plans.
Assuming you guys want to, can call it a short rest as well if you need. But wait around for them to wake up again. You'd be waiting about an hour-ish. And then they would start moving around and stuff. And you'd quickly discover that although they seemed to have no senses about them and everything, they were in fact aware of all the discussion and everything that happened.
Oh, thank goodness.
Are they are they able to talk? Or they're not.
I mean, yeah, they're
It's not like they can talk.
except for Graal, they all move and act as normal. As they wake up, they kind of they'll greet you and everything, but they've heard that you're kind of resigned to not helping them quite yet. So to the rest of them, you're just someone hanging out in their cave, unless you go up and actually introduce and talk to someone and everything, obviously.
Mhm.
Even Shumba, who Grick was pointing out was almost the leader figure, doesn't really come and address you or anything like that. They don't seem upset or anything like that in your decisions, and again, none of them really address you unless you go up to them first. It just seems more like well, you're not going to help us, so what are you still doing around?
I would want to ask if they had any specific ideas themselves.
Yeah, and if you went up
Sorry.
to one of them to Shumba, he would reiterate the apology. And, I'm sorry we have to take you how we did. And sorry we were not awake to explain and discuss, and we left the younger one to explain it all. It's a little bit beyond our control.
Right, well, I can understand how the second one is out of your control. I pored over your notes, and while I admit I only vaguely understand it, I seem to get the general gist. But do you have any leads or ideas of yourselves for fixing this?
Honestly, only me and Pringle really explore the possibility of getting it cured. The rest have more or less resigned themselves to our fate. We honestly have no idea how it could have happened. So something, I mean, our worst case scenario for an accident happening was a lost arm or two. not the complete changing of our entire species, basically.
Right.
Which is, of course, not to say I imagine all gnomes have been transformed. I could only hope that it was only my fellows affected. I very highly doubt we would have had the power to literally change the cosmos.
Right.
That being said, you guys haven't seen any gnomes yet.
Oh
When
god.
an Elder Scrolls dwarves themselves.
Yep, just dwarfed out of existence into goblins.
So, again, your guess is only slightly better than ours. Yeah.
At best, unfortunately. And it saddens me to say that because we held and still hold our intelligence in high respect.
You didn't happen to use any part of a goblin or an entire goblin while you were making the fuel, did you?
No. What? Do you think that goblins would make good fuel source?
I'm just trying to figure out how gone wrong can change you into a goblin.
I mean, we took our normal power sources, which are a form of magic. We're trying to convert it into a different form, and next thing, poof.
What if you recreate the experiment, but try and change it into the regular form of magic?
We already had the regular form of magic, and he kind of does the air quotations over regular. It was transforming that into another form that caused this disruption.
Did the magic stay in the new form, or did it stay the same?
It never converted successfully, or we would not have been having this issue.
What if you're the new power source?
He sighs and kind of turns back to Riyadh and just looks at him like, is this the company you keep?
I nod.
I know nothing about magic, so I'm just giving him like everything that he'll listen to.
Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
Would there be anyone else you wish to speak to, or anything else you wish to speak about?
I think I'm good. But, I'd like to let him know that hopefully we come across something, and as soon as we can finish our business, if we can't, he's next on the list.
It would say, well, we will not hold our breath, but we would be very thankful if any help at all were discovered.
Yeah.
Can you find your way out of the cave? Do you need one of us to escort you out?
Unless there's some particular reason why we wouldn't be able to leave the cave itself, I think we're okay.
Then he would allow you to leave, I guess. And assuming you guys did leave at that point, you would walk out of the cave. Again, it'd take probably 5 minutes to get out because it's a slight walk uphill and everything as you're leaving this time. But you would come out into the forest where you were. Which Now, I cannot remember what time you guys went in. Was it? It was during the day, right?
It was nighttime when we went scouting.
And then you guys waited till the morning before leaving again, didn't you? After getting lost.
Yes.
Didn't we like stay
'Cause,
lost?
yeah, we wanted to stay where we were rather than just wandering around lost.
Yeah. So we will call it late afternoon, early evening by the time you guys walk out.
Mm-hmm.
And you are lost. So
Yeah.
ignore where your party symbol is.
Can I make some sort of special notice of where this area is so we could find like this place again?
If you are successful on your next survival check for not being lost,
Mm-hmm.
then you would be able to add it into your map and everything. But without not being lost first, you don't. Or I assume you wouldn't want to make changes to your map that you are actually marking down.
Correct.
But like, assuming you guys basically waited in the area and didn't actually spend days traveling to getting lost. If you don't, see a landmark or something on the first day or something, like we can say you stay close enough that you will be able to stay in the area until you're found again. It's basically, do you want to travel through the night or?
My vote is to try to get our bearings first.
Yeah, we need to get our bearings first.
Well,
Did they take you straight from the camp to the cave?
The other two would have been more or less unconscious throughout most of the travel. They may have woken up at some point or anything and then being jarred back to unconsciousness again.
Because I was just thinking about following the tracks back to the camp.
Um,
But we
you could-
also have a lost party member.
Yeah, you could fully follow the tracks back to the camp. You just don't know if it's a direct path back to the camp. You can still find the tracks and everything like that.
I'm not so sure about wandering through the night, though.
Oh, give me a survival check, someone.
Yep, I'll do that.
It is not an easy DC because it's nighttime. You guys are lost. You guys. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So you managed to find where you are, which is down over here.
Wow.
You wandered off.
Wow.
So at some point, I would also turn to River and ask her what the plan is. Should she and her brother become separated? Like, how do they get back together? I'm sure at some point it's happened before. Your brother is definitely the outgoing, scouty type.
He's also very good at coming back. My best bet would be that he would wait around the camp. He knows that the last known area would be where I would try first.
Okay.
The young goblin thing, I have no idea where it went when it all happened. It was hiding in the bushes at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, I suppose we should probably go to the last place we were, which
Oh my lord.
It's
Sorry.
about here,
Sorry, boys.
I believe so. Yeah.
next to Camp Righteous.
Mm-hmm.
If the young goblin got spooked and went back to the village, would your brother be more inclined to still stay at the camp and wait for you to try come back?
Most likely, he's a bit friendlier than me, but he's not about to go running off to some whelp.
Well, we have hope. We have hope of finding your brother. If the goblin's not there, then chances are he'll be at the camp.
Or dead, could be dead.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's just a goblin.
Or is it the Queen's son?
No, it wasn't Big Smart.
Yeah, no. Thinking a queen only has one son. But no, so were we going to... Well, you guys can't even really make a proper camp. You guys don't have all your supplies and everything.
No, supplies are at camp.
Yep. That's a fact, actually, because a lot of your stuff, like items and everything, I know Riod probably would have just taken his haversack with him.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine, like, you, Roland, wouldn't have taken your backpack full of jingly janglies on the sneaky mission.
I'd probably be without a lot of my stuff.
Yeah. So
I'd still have,
guys-
like, weapons and a couple of things that I need, but
Yeah.
I don't
Like
think I'd have, like...
basic adventuring gear, but I don't think you guys would have taken food with you, honestly.
if anything, I took one ration,
On
Yeah.
the food front,
just to
like
be
that.
safe.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yes.
could cover the food front, so
Yeah,
we're good
that
on
is-
that one
that
at
is a
least.
factor.
Yeah.
That's not a panic point, yes, which is good for you guys.
Yeah.
But it is something to consider and everything,
Hmm.
which is why these exist. But what are we doing for the night?
I mean, we're still just doing our best to camp down. Like you mentioned, I've got the harvest stack, so I've still got most of my things on me. I got 10. Well, I got the alchemy jug on me, so we've got water. I can create food, so there's that. So I mean, we're less
More safe.
comfortable, but we're
Yeah, safety and comfort. I'm more asking about, like, what are you guys going to do for preparation stuff?
Could we chill out in the cave mouth for the night?
I mean, you could try. I don't think I'm going to call them goblins. I don't think the goblins would really care either way, as long as you're not in the way if they happen to take Big Bess out.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind that either. I mean,
And I mean, it's a decent length cave before their little cavern area, so you could even go in a little bit and everything like that. So yeah, safety for this night's not a concern. So we'll just say you guys can take a long rest for the night.
Okay.
They don't really... They keep security around their area, directly around the cave, inside and out and everything. Not that you guys obviously know this, so for all intents and purposes, you guys are safe, even if you keep watches and everything. We won't have you make rolls. Because I'm not going to throw something at you like this. So we will pick up in the next morning, because we have all bases covered. And you guys are not lost. Make me a survival roll, and then you can move. Gets lost. Waiting for it.
He starts walking back down the stairs to the cat.
Is enhanceability a spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Level 2.
Level 2. Yeah.
Are you not back, Greg?
I do not believe he is back.
Did someone else want to make the roll for?
Sure. I will go ahead and attempt to... Crap.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
At least I didn't roll it, and it was a -1.
Yeah.
Did you disappear off the map? as far as you're concerned. Although you do still have, I'll mark it here for you guys and give me a color.
Hmm?
Give me a color.
Cyan.
Okay. Fair enough.
I like cyan.
That is where their cave is.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I'd probably when we did know where we were, I'd probably mark it down on the map.
Well, we knew where we were for a moment.
it's great like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just need to pull this up. So give me perception rolls, not with advantage this time, for once, because it's only a watch each.
There's three right next to each other that all start with P, and I can barely read.
So most of the night passes pretty without incidents. You guys are kind of taking shelter in the root systems of a large tree. When Jake, at one point during your watch, you hear a faint moaning and shuffling from deep in the jungle, or not too far off, like it's close to you and seems to be coming in your direction.
It's us, did you say?
You are muted, by the way, Jake. Greg.
So I am. That's right. So I would get up and alert the team that there's something lingering around us.
I'm gonna climb the tree and hide.
I want a mage armor.
Oh, stealth.
Yeah.
But no roll to climb the tree?
What is the roll to climb the tree?
Riod and Roland can go up. It would be in acrobatics, and yes, you can actually roll me in acrobatics as well.
Sorry.
That's good enough with a stealth of 24 as well. Yeah, find a tree, put yourself up it. I just need to. Why can I not just click things and jump to it?
I'm not trying to do stealth, but I would kind of pull myself in the little bushes over here.
Excuse me.
It's not under there. Where are they? Sorry, guys. I can.
Right, take your time,
fine.
bro. I mean, I took 3 phone calls on this game, so take your time, bro.
They're just not here. There they are. You notice as a rather sizable group of undead are making their way through the trees.
Oh.
Ooh. Looks
Yeah.
like half a horde.
Yeah, just half of one.
Just let me put down.
And now for the really fun part, roll for initiative.
Ah,
Don't forget to select your token.
The thing that happens next, though,
yeah. I got the lowest roll for yep.
Nice.
even the crit fail.
And I need to do. Did someone want to run River?
Sure, we could. That's a lot of. I wouldn't mind running River. That's a lot of whatchamacallits.
Yeah. I will chuck her in everyone's journals. Anyone can control her. Yeah. Her initiative too.
You'd have to give me access to the sheet though as well.
I just did. I thought.
All
Oh,
I
You
can.
gave us access to the picture.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. There we go. Can be edited in control
Yep,
by.
that's
There
it.
we go. Yes, and it's River's turn first.
Um. All right, so that is a whole lot. She will at first drop back just a couple of feet, and she will. She no longer has like multi-attack. I take it. Gotcha. She will just take the lead, and she will, put Hunter's Mark on it because it's a bonus action, if I recall.
Yes, I believe it is. Yes, bonus action.
Yes.
Sorry, you have control of her sheet.
I forgot. Yeah.
I was probably just flicking your pages.
Nah, I'm used to it. So yes, she will. Hunter's Mark, the lead one right here.
Yep. I will chuck a.
Get everyone trying to look at a different tab of the same character sheet to form a PvP.
That is a hit. -3. Using the sharpshooter, yep.
Okay, so
If you don't
interesting.
want
I've
to
never
use the
actually
sharpshooter.
used these ones before. Like a global attack modifier. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It
But
just
even with
adds
that, it hits.
Okay, so if I just pop the damage on, will it? It will.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty nifty.
And especially with the Hunter's Mark on it, you just watch as the arrow basically tears its head apart,
Yeah.
dropping it to the ground. And you can move your Hunter's Mark. I believe it's a free action. if you
Yeah,
kill.
she will just move it to the second one down the line. All right, well, that makes me feel much better about this encounter.
Now it's your turn.
Okay, I will level 2 summon the spirit wasps.
Yeep.
At a point between them and I, up to about 30 feet.
That's fine.
Which is surely within 30 feet from there. Yeah, close enough. And I will also Shillelagh as a bonus action. Yes, and I will stay right there. And that'll be me.
Bring us to first Ghoul's turn. Hi.
Brum, how much HP do your wasp do?
Not a ton. 11, I believe. Yes, they have 11. They're not like great tanks, but you know,
How hard are they to hit?
they're not difficult to hit. They only have 13 AC.
That hits then.
Yep.
And then
On a scale of 1 to 20, how difficult is it to hit?
You got to hit damage on that one too.
auto rolled under it.
Well, no.
It's telling me 12, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I see it. I
Okay.
must just not have scrolled down all the way. Yeah, so like that's enough to take one out.
Oof. And this is against obviously the remaining bee.
Which does miss.
They
I-
disappear when they die, right?
They do.
Ah,
Yeah.
So we'll just
I
delete it.
also did not run a whatchamacallit form.
Initiative.
Yeah, initiative. So
Yeah. Oh,
it's an 8,
I will-
so it's
yeah,
down at the
we'll chuck it
bottom.
under.
Yeah.
while Roland has his turn, I will reset it.
I'm gonna do it. Shoot one of them with a bow.
Do that. That's a hit.
And then
Which one?
the one attacking the bees or wasps, or
Mhm.
and then I'll use a bonus action to use the hide action.
And whose turn? He would be
Right.
scrabbling up the tree for you. But he wouldn't be able to get up the tree on this turn. Against your B, which is a miss.
Mhm. Here I can.
Wasp's turn.
Okay, the one directly in front of it.
Gets a hit. And that's kills it. It doesn't have undead fortitude, which it doesn't.
Okay.
Very happy that you got undead without undead fortitude.
It is pretty nice. It's annoying to keep having to roll cons rolls to keep them at 1 HP when they're just meant to be chaff.
Then,
Jake's turn.
Alright. Move over here. And I'll take the one in front of me
Yeah.
with one, so.
It's a hit.
Huh.
It's a bug for you.
Ooh. I'll save. Yeah, I'll do my team.
River's turn.
gee, save some killing for the rest of us.
River will take a shot at
I
that
know,
one.
right?
Yep.
Oh.
That's with the hunter's mark on it.
Yes, you're correct.
Anything else?
Yes, she will Hordebreaker and attack this one as well.
Yep. That's a hit.
And then she'll pop a couple to the side.
Yep. And it's Riod's turn.
For right now, while I still have the spell up, I will target this one with
The hunter marked one or the other
the hunter marked one.
Yep.
And then I will move here.
Cool one's turn. Can you take against your B?
Definitely hit.
9 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is it dead?
It is not. It has 2.
Okay. Dead. Roland's turn. You're up a tree. You got
I'm
2
gonna-
ghouls scrabbling up the tree for you. And although they haven't started climbing, they do seem actually very intent on hoisting themselves up.
I can't guess that much, but yeah, this one here, I'm gonna lob one of these at them. I don't think it actually gets sneak attack.
And no, it would not get sneak attack. But that is a definite hit. And 10 damage. Anything else?
How far up the tree do you think I am?
10, 15 feet, you would have had time to get up.
I want to try and jump to this tree. I was jumping in action.
Yeah, I believe it would be.
What about dropping?
No, you can throw yourself at the ground all you want. It's more, I'm not gonna keep myself upright if you want to draw. So that's a free action in my eyes.
I'll probably just stick around.
But yeah, there is a difference between dropping to the ground and jumping to the ground. Like, if you just dropped for a free action, you would be prone on the ground and take full damage.
Yeah, no, I'll probably just stay here.
Ghoul's turn. He will probably not fail. Wow. Holy shit, these things are dexterous.
Ooh.
Yeah, it basically bounds up the tree at you. Getting all up on your level and doing 10 damage as it bites you quite nicely.
Slimy bastard.
And it will make an attack against you, Riod.
Don't miss. I will Halo Bees for 2 damage against him as my reaction.
Yep. Next Ghoul's turn. Who sets in Jake. 14 hit?
Nope.
It's fucking good because it's its claw attack. This one would probably also do this.
Can you like turn undead or anything, Greg?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, this would be a perfect time for Jake to use Turn Undead. Will he?
Channel Divinity.
6 is a miss. And
6 is
you
a
already used your reaction, so
I did.
Wasp's turn.
Alright, attacking the one it's next to.
That is a miss.
Okay.
Are you moving it?
No, it's staying where it is.
Against Greg. Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, that's a big hit.
Dear.
Wow.
It just chonked a big chunk out of your shoulder.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
How are you looking? Hoping you get to use Turn Undead in the first place. But the other one attacking Roland. That's a hit. DC 10 con roll.
Yeah, give us a sec.
Oh wait, no, never mind, you're an elf.
What?
Well, you're a drow elf, which is a subclass of elf, so you don't need to make it. If the target is a creature other than an elf or undead, and I'm not going to be a shitter and be like, no, only true blood elves. So no, you just take the 7 damage. Although you would have only taken 7 damage anyway. This one's turn. Oh. Please no crit. 17 hit?
On who?
You.
Me? Nope.
Alright. Oh. And that one definitely misses. Now it's your turn, Jack.
Wow. That was like a bit of a hard hit.
Yeah. It's the bad part of being the tank when you have to step in front of something that instantaneously crits you.
So I thought I had put Channel Divinity, Bellis, but I never did.
Oh, didn't you?
No. I'm pretty sure I did. Last when we would, yeah.
I'm not going to say because it's not on your sheet you don't have it. I will just grab its listing here. Yeah, so, assuming it is what you're doing, that is what it is. And
That's turn undead, eh?
yeah.
Destroy undead is it as well?
I do not
Thanks.
believe you have Destroy
No.
Undead. That's 5th level. Or are you guys 5th level now?
Mhm.
No, fourth.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, no, so it's only turn undead. So is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay. Well, as you raise your symbol in the air and it shines the big bright shine, basically all around you, so everyone, every single one of them. What's your spell save DC?
14.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 14. I'm pretty sure.
So
Yep.
starting with the ones at Grim, top, right. That save, fail. Marking the ones that have to.
Mhm.
The big bright flash comes out of Greg's. I believe it's your mace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Morningstar.
Morningstar.
Yeah. And not all of them. Some of them seem to resist the effect, the hunger in them, pressing them onwards. But a good few of them seem very perturbed now. And it's River's turn. Assuming you didn't. Oh, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, it was
Heal or something? Sorry.
Throw a heal on me.
Yeah.
I'll just do this one there.
I think, yeah, Healing Word's the bonus action one.
Yeah.
But once he's done that, it's River's turn.
What was it, level 2, eh? Yeah, I had level 2.
River will
Whatever you-
pop that one.
So just do your heal whenever, Greg.
Yep.
Once you figure it out. Yeah.
And then it's got bonuses for
Hit 11.
imaging.
You
Hold on.
can. Yeah, you can move your Hunter's Mark, I assume, to the one on the other side of Riod.
Yes. Which is a bonus action, by the way.
Oh, is it a bonus
It
action?
is a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. And then she will Horde Breaker and give it an attack as well.
Yep,
And
that's a miss though.
all right. That'll be her. As for me, how are you looking there? Are you still pretty banged up?
I'm pretty healed up at the moment on hold on. So
You
that's
can't.
3,
That healer feat doesn't do anything.
doesn't it? Oh, that's position, yeah.
That's when you stabilize unconscious things. So you
That's the
get
Disciple of Life, sorry, that was meant to.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
get the high level cast, the Healing Word, and then you add Disciple of Life, which is another 2 plus 2. Because you used a 2nd level slot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this one next to me and hopefully.
Yep, that's a hit. And was that all you were doing?
You said you're looking fine?
Yeah, I'm looking fine now.
Okay.
29 HP.
Then yeah, that'll be all I do.
Ghoul's turn. It will make an attack against your bee.
Which is enough.
Kills the bee. And then come over towards you. Roland's turn. So the ghoul at the top of you is still on the ground. The ghoul on your left is the one that has managed to get up the tree. Oh wait, no, they both got up the tree, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna be a second. I'm gonna drop out of the tree. Like, just fall out.
Just fall out.
Just gonna let myself fall out.
Okay. Take 1 damage.
I can do that.
You kind of land awkwardly. I mean, it was kind of a guided drop out of the tree, but it was still 15 feet onto, you know, a tree's root system. You kind of landed a bit uneven and rolled your ankle a bit.
But yeah, I wanna use half my movement to get back up. And then come over here. Stab this guy in the back.
The ghouls would get opportunity attack.
The ones in the tree?
Yeah,
But he said dexterous though. He's
as it was dropping out. I'll only do one of them because the other one is technically under effect of turn undead. So it's another 8.
Fuck. I just closed her. Can
Oh my gosh.
you quickly do a rapier attack?
Yeah.
A sneak attack for me, please. I'm on my way back.
Kiddo, get ready for bed, alright?
Did that hit the snake?
It's about
Yes.
8:27.
And is that all you're doing?
That's all for this time.
First one, it does the smart tree, and then follows you. 12 hit? Don't believe it does. No, it does not. That's lucky. This one, make a opportunity attack if you wish, Grim.
Yes, I would, as a matter of fact.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Ghoul's turn. It will keep up with the attack on Jake.
what is it?
Oh no, that's with advantage. Does 13 hit you? No.
No.
Did that once. Wait. That one falls out of the tree, takes 4 damage. And then gets that bar. Do you want to make an opportunity attack, Greg? Against that one?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
That's a miss. Your turn, Jack.
Can you guys hear my daughter singing in the background?
Yes, I was about to ask about that.
That's so
Okay.
Crickets.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
It hits. Advantage against that one. Oh yeah. It
Ugh.
basically gets turned to Divine Ash.
Is this turn?
River's turn.
I think she would plug the one that's still running.
Probably, especially if she's got a hunter's mark on it. Yeah, that's a hit. Oh wait, did it? Yes, that's a hit. And that causes it to drop to the ground rather dead.
Mhm. And we will shift our hunter's mark over here. And I will just go ahead and smack it with the quarterstaff.
It's a hit. Not a terrible one. And that goes turn.
Yep.
11 hit you.
That is a miss, and that's actually not the right one. It was just this one.
So just
I mean,
3.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking the 2 either.
Do I need to add
No,
the 2
they
on?
don't add together, but, I hit the 1
Ah.
first, so.
No. Roland's turn.
I'm gonna move here, but if I need to, I'll disengage past him to not take an opportunity attack.
Now you can move diagonally.
But I stab him.
That's a miss. Oh wait, no, that's a hit. Got the advantage. And it drops to the ground.
That'd probably be my turn.
And unless you wish to track it down, that ghoul will not be coming back. This one, 5, come this way. 14 hit. Rolling.
Yes, the 14 hits.
Oof. 4 damage.
Is this one still under the effects of?
The one
No.
next to Riod? No.
Yeah.
Blue dots is the ones that are under the turn undead.
But I should be fine. You can take care of that one first. Like, I haven't been hit yet this combat, so.
And again, unless you purposefully go out of your way to not back either.
No.
They are quote unquote off the map. Brings us to Jake's turn.
Morning start. Oh. Yeah.
Good roll.
Me and my turn right there.
How you looking, Roland?
Oh, on the verge of death.
Oh, really?
Do you want to end your turn there?
No, really. My bad. I'm trying to my missions and play at the same time as.
It's all good. Thought I'd I know you can't see the health bars and everything, so
A gentle reminder that your teammate's dying.
yeah.
It would,
I
it
mean,
would
you know,
be,
he is
it would-
coughing up blood, missing half a shoulder right in front of you.
It would be cool if you could see your teammates' health bars.
There's probably a setting for it, to be fair.
Because you'd look at my health bar and be like, how is he still alive?
Yeah,
Well,
you
I'm
were
gonna
the
throw
top
cure
of
wounds
one
on
time.
you, and it's gonna
I'm
get
not
the healing
surprised.
buff.
I am.
Can I play? Say hi.
You can't use that one. It's an
Oh,
action.
oh,
You gotta use healing word.
Riley would like to say hi real quick to everybody.
Hi.
Hello, Riley.
They said hi back. All right, go dry off. You're like shivering.
Yeah, that's better.
that gets the top off on it. 1d4, is it? Oh no, sorry.
If you're just casting at first level, yeah. 1d4 plus 3.
Or plus the
And
2.
then
Top
it,
off.
it's then
Yeah.
what's your spellcasting ability modifier? Because it's 1d4 plus the spellcasting ability
Yeah.
plus the disciple.
His modifier should be a plus 4, I believe.
Sweet.
I think. Let me check. No, 6.
Yeah.
6?
Yep.
Ooh. That's a wee bit better.
So now 10, is it total?
11?
3, 4, 6, 12. You guys need to do maths. Disciple of Life is 2 plus the spell's level.
Oh, right. Let's see.
The spell itself was 2. 2 plus 2 plus 1. And then plus the plus 6. So 12 points. And now it's Rivet's turn.
Okay, she will.
It's a hit. And that kills.
Obviously against that one, yeah.
Yeah, I figured. It is dead.
And I actually can't get in there, so I will just toss it this one.
And you missed.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, only you can start forest fires.
So you guys are looking
Roll it.
alive, both of you?
I'm looking okay. I don't. What
Okay.
Roland?
I'm still bloodied, but I'm a whole lot better now.
Okay.
Short of a crit, he
Use
shouldn't
a
die.
shirt. I can't find my pajama top.
Yes.
It is his turn, though.
It is my turn. Well, then
Yeah.
I
Middle
shall.
drawer.
What this turn will be basically an exact copy of the last one. I'm going to diagonal up.
Probably around the left
Just
side.
stab him in the back.
I found your church shirt.
That's a strong hit.
Daddy, look, I found
It's not
your church
quite
shirt.
dead yet, though.
Yeah, don't wear that shirt.
Found pajama
And
bottoms.
it will make what I assume will be a last attack against Jake. 19 hit.
Of course it hits. Why wouldn't it?
Give me a Constitution saving throw as well.
Can I touch that with resistance as well?
Well,
It is a save. Resistance is a cantrip.
no, because that'll be an action or something. Or is it a reaction?
Do you get a shield
Make sure to dry your
reaction?
hair very good. It's still very wet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
You
bad
need a
pretty soon,
reaction
okay?
because it's on something else's turn. So just give me the Constitution roll. 'Cause I'm pretty
So
sure
go
you don't
get like
have it.
stories and all that.
Which you make anyway. So just take 7 damage. And it's your turn.
Alright. Very last one, let's see. Is it almost?
Have you hit anything with your Morning Star yet?
Yeah, you got that hit for 2 damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. River's turn.
She will not use up any more arrows.
Although I imagine at this point it is basically
Yeah.
just a formality.
And I will move forward.
Yeah, they had it done. The Morning Star was basically walking up and bonking someone.
Miss.
That's a miss from Riot.
Yep.
Was River not making an attack?
No, she's not gonna waste more arrows on the last thing. She's running
I can't
very
hear you
low.
talking, Grum.
I was muted, sorry. Yeah, she's running very low on arrows. She's not going to waste more on the last thing.
Okay, yep.
And I missed, as you can see.
Yeah, also, please do the recovery for her.
Yeah,
after the
I will.
battle. Roland, your turn.
Well, I guess it tends to be me to stab him to death.
Please.
Nah, yeah. that kills it.
That's terrible. Why would you do that?
For talking shit. You managed to kill. I was gonna say beat off, but decided to.
Well.
You guys managed to kill and dispose of the horde of ghouls. Save for 3, which wandered back off into the jungle. I don't think you guys would go chasing after them, and I'm not going to make them come sneaking back after the minute of running away that they would do. They'd be far enough that they would have lost any interest or scent of you guys.
It's 8:42.
I know, kiddo. I know.
And yes, by the sounds of that, this is a good time to say what I was about to say anyway. Let's take a quick 5-minute, because I know it's about that time for Grim, if
Yeah.
not past.
So I'll see you guys in a couple.
Yeah.
So,
Bring me the smoke thing, Greg,
Oh, yeah.
because I messaged you like an hour.
Yeah. Should message me on Steam, bro. I'll get those messages.
Yeah, I know. I should,
Discord. I just get too many Discord messages.
I should message you on Steam when you're playing League.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, 7 days. I should mute myself before. I'm back.
What is it?
Yeah, is it? I am here. I'm just downstairs having a smoke.
Oh, but just move just back to the map because we won't need the camp again.
Do you reckon we're not going to find camp again?
No, the camp for that fight. Oh, yeah. I say camp very loosely. The tree area you were sleeping. You guys are not far off of another level.
Well, that's awesome.
Another session or two. Unless you run into something really big with a random encounter and manage to overcome it.
And
I mean, it's just random encounters. I don't just throw them at you. Like, I wasn't expecting 2d6 when I saw it was ghouls.
Oh, that's that.
so it was 2d6 ghouls. How many did you actually roll? Because that looked like it was almost 12.
A 5 and a 6, it was 11.
Jeez.
Grim said he will be another 5 or 10, so to continue without him if you guys want. Which we can do.
I don't mind, really.
It's up to you.
What if it's cool?
Greek,
Some of the survival check.
if you wish to try and make you guys unlost, yep, don't forget that you guys don't have a long rest now, so hui.
Unlost?
Well, you guys are lost currently.
We are able to take a long rest.
I mean, taking a long rest would be losing your day of movement or travel, and then traveling at night, or losing, literally a full day.
I'll just travel on. Sound good, Roland?
It's just, yeah, it's a factor of, like, you get a short rest, you can take a short rest at the end of the battle, but you don't benefit from the long rest because you had a combat.
Seriously though, if you're asking me, I have already had a long rest.
Yeah, he
I am
doesn't
good.
count. He's exempt from that rule.
Yeah, I only need one point of time at the night where I can sleep. I can sleep through one watch and have a long rest.
And I'm pretty sure he took the second watch.
What did you say?
I'm pretty sure you took the second watch, so it means yes, you would have had the first watch.
I
So,
generally
yes.
I'll generally try and nap in the first watch unless I say I'm not gonna.
Yeah, well, like, even on those extra hours where you don't need to be resting, but you're not on watch either. I'm, not expecting you to be not existing, but you're not doing anything of particular either. If there's a river around, I picture you're fishing or something like that. It's your downtime.
Yeah. It's like with him being a spy beforehand, like he'd know that he wants to have his rest before most people would, so he can go out and do things while most people are resting.
Yeah. But if you do want to try and get yours unlost, make a survival when you're ready. Jake. Do you have anything that you would like to use to boost that a bit? Because an 8 leaves you lost.
Nah, I don't. Either one.
Nothing like guidance.
Yeah, I was going to say. 'Cause
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
yeah, if you don't, then Riod would, because he usually has been, and it's a cantrip. I wasn't going to use it if it was a spell slot, but yeah, so you can add a d4 and add it to your survival.
Wow.
You're still lost.
Sorry, boys.
It's all good.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't mind. You guys managed to rest for the night. Give me your perceptions or roll Riods.
The one rolled before the 18 did. And with the animated dice, I saw the one and it's like, oh no.
So the night passes quietly. You'll get the benefits of a long rest. I'll tell. Ah, you're back.
Ah, sorry.
We only got through one day.
Mhm.
You guys are still lost. The night has passed. The next night has passed quietly. You get a full rest now.
Okay.
And give us another survival.
I found it again.
If that was another.
Yep. You are found again.
Accident.
What was that?
When did we stop following the spider tracks?
Yeah.
With how you were traveling the other day, because it just affected the DC of what you were rolling. You would have lost track of it at some point, gotten turned around, thought tracks were what they were, but they weren't, or something like that led you, because I remember one of them, I'm sure, was a critical fail.
I have no recollection of that happening.
I'm looking back for the chat.
No,
chat
it
log
did
now.
No,
happen.
I'm
no,
sure one of them
I
was
do remember.
pretty low.
I rolled a
It was
one.
the one
Yeah.
that Rion did. That's why
Yes,
he has
that's
no
right.
recollection.
Yes, that's right. And yes, you have found.
But yeah, I was more saying that to the party.
Yes.
So how long has it been then since all this happened?
Since you left the cave,
Yeah,
2 nights.
2 nights. Okay.
Yeah.
I still think we should try to meet up with Flask back at.
Yeah.
But we should probably go to Yelly Ark and the Biting Ants first, just in case, and then we can go back to the camp. Because I mean, at this point, I don't know where he would have gone at this point.
Oh,
River, your thought? Do you think he would have head back to the goblins, or do you think he would have been lurking around our camp for us?
At this stage, I honestly would have no clue. I would like to think he would wait some time for me, as I would him. But at the same time, he might see the benefit of the village. We are honestly held in high respects there, so he would feel safe there. And even if he's a bit more quiet and withdrawn, he still likes the hustle and bustle of more friendly living creatures around him.
All right. I think that settles it then. I think we should go back to the goblins. We'll know fairly quickly if he's there or not, and we can choose to go back out then to try to find him.
That's fine. It's a large jungle, but by the maps, the areas we've taken, it seems pretty easy. We'd be able to at least find each other, given enough time.
Yeah. But, I'd still rather find our party members than not. Sooner rather than later.
I would rather find my brother sooner rather than later too, yes. But at the same time, I am confident in him. He knows how to stay alive at the very least. We both do. And she has seemed over the past couple of days a bit worried that, you guys have been off track and lost and everything. But it does very much seem that she's confident in both of their abilities to at least have a chance at survival. Like, they very much live off each other, but at the same time seem that they can be independent of each other as well. But for now, you guys are not lost, so you can decide which direction you wish to go.
Alright. I'll put forth you go forth to Yellow Ark. Yellow Ark.
Oh, move your token. Or ping where you want, so I'll move the tile first.
Over here. Then we head up these ones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or to this one? No, not that one. Why does it keep jumping to there?
Oh.
There. That one. Good. And as you're traveling, you start seeing goblin signs again, but these ones don't appear to be the biting ants. They seem a lot. The markings and everything are very, very different. While the biting ants, a lot of theirs were up in trees and stuff. These ones almost exclusively on the ground at the highest, maybe human chest height. So Rion, probably your chest highest they would come up to. Meanwhile, most of the other ones you've seen the likes of the biting ants and the owls,
they seem to keep them a lot higher and everything.
So we think this is different than both the biting ants and the owls.
You only have any real experience with biting ants,
Mhm.
and you can 100% say it's not them. But I mean, the other ones you've only had passing experience and one short one, and basically they're encroaching on the area, and you're going near their camp anyway, so they haven't had time to, try and stake a claim, as it were.
Right.
But they around Camp Righteous there were certain effigies and markings which were different but similar to the biting ants.
Well, there's two things we can do. I have somewhat of a, admittedly poorly fashioned biting ants mask. We can pull this out. One of two things are going to happen. They're going to recognize it as an enemy and attack us, which was likely going to happen anyway. Or they will be slightly less likely to attack us if we show we're at least somewhat affiliated with the Goblin tribe. A distant third that I don't exactly want to consider is that they'll think we have taken it from the biting ants and be even further on their guard as we have killed Batiri before. But I think
At the moment, so
yeah.
you're just talking to Fraser.
I think for now I will pull it out and wear it.
Like, are you actually wearing it over your face,
Yes.
or just like showing it?
No, I would actually try to wear it over my face.
That's fine, and it would probably. I mean, you've spent a fair bit of time on it, and you would have made sure it's comfortable to wear and sits well and everything.
Mhm.
So you're pretty confident it'll cover your face and everything like that, as it should be expected to. But as you're traveling, you start seeing more and more tracks throughout the undergrowth, and there's actually even in a lot of parts almost seems to be crisscrossed trails rutted into the ground by what seems to be some kind of beast or something taking consistent paths around an area. If you've ever been out in a forest or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's more natural pathways through, but they crisscross all over through the undergrowth and everything, creating almost not a maze, but almost a maze of pathways. Not something that you can get lost on or anything like that.
I might try and, just keep following along really close, but just try and do it while hiding in the bush off to the side. Just try and...
In terms of bushes and stuff, there's little shrubbery bush and everything in this area. It seems to have a lot of it been stripped away either by the movement throughout the terrain and everything, or the whatever it is possibly eating the plants as well. A lot of the wild growth that still remains is thick hardy vines and the roots of the massive trees that you're traveling past and everything. Only stuff that really stands the test of things like that, and even then in parts those have been worn away too.
Yeah, I'll probably just walk along. I won't worry about trying to be sneaky.
I mean, by all means, you can do it sneakily and everything, but there's no bushes to basically go invisible in.
Oh, I might try, but it's it's just what I do.
You're also still traveling with Big Clanky Boy and Mr. B-Man.
Yeah, but then they have the attention, and I
Yeah,
can
it's a
jump
point.
out of the bushes and stab
If
someone.
if you're like, a little bit of a distance away from them and everything, doing the scouting bit and everything like that. But that's fine.
I'd be doing some scouting, but not enough to get us lost.
Would you want to do anything with it, Grim?
Not particularly. I think it's, again, sort of more important that we try to meet up and then, try to go out from there.
So, I'll just recap what we just found for Greg, because he's just come back now. But you guys have just found an area of the jungle which has different goblin markings. The effigies and the marks and everything that the goblin tribes leave behind to mark their territory is they're at a lower height. The ones that you have experienced have all been high up in the trees. These ones are all down at your guys' level. And then you've come across this area of the jungle where there's no sort of bush or shrubbery undergrowth or anything. It's all been kind of worn away into crisscrossing pathways between the roots and trees.
Okay.
And you guys are currently making your way through. But assume you guys continue on your way and are minding your business, you don't seem to attract any major attention from any parties and make it through the day quietly, bringing us to the night. So, we got food and water sorted. Give us the perception rolls. The night's rather uneventful, but it starts getting really cold early morning, like chilling cold, and you're starting to really feel the fact that you haven't had your blankets or supplies properly in a couple of days, and you've really actually been living now. And with this new cold wave, it's not something that'll affect you, and that is with the extra cold and everything like that. Like, you guys have been adjusting. It's been a slow enough change in temperature and everything, a natural enough change in temperature that you've kind of just adapted to the cold as you've advanced and everything. But it's definitely putting a dampener on spirits around the camp. But give us a survival and we will continue on our way. Yep. Move where you wish.
This is a normal path here.
Yeah. And then we can go perception rolls again.
It has not been perceived.
Yeah. No, but it definitely got perceived all the same, because tonight it does start raining, and I don't know however your moods would be affected by that, considering it is still very cold and now raining. But that is
Rain.
basically the amount of what happens throughout the night, but it's a heavy pelting rain that just soaks through everything, even through the canopy of trees and everything above you. There's the odd cascade and waterfall of water coming off of deep bells in the trees.
Well, this is somewhat unpleasant, but
Onwards.
I suppose there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately.
But one more survival check, and let's see if you don't get lost on the last day. Yep, and that's fine. You manage to make it back into what is at this point basically familiar territory. It might take an hour or two to find something that you recognize, but it's easy enough. You've been in this area enough that by the end of the day, you're pulling up to Yao Ya. And you make it back to the village.
Ah, Chonky, how I missed you.
No.
Oh yeah, no, Chonky's not there.
Ah.
Ignore all of the, or most of the goblins outside. As you walk into the village, the rain seems to have pushed them all into their tents. You see a couple guards standing outside or walking around huddled under one small open flame under almost like an open gazebo type. But besides that, it almost seems like an empty village. It's just I can't be bothered moving all the tokens.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose our first thing is looking around for either a flask or for a goblin that can speak common. Batiri.
How much would you guys individually have reacted with the different goblins? I imagine Roland spent quite a bit of time with at least the children and the other fisherman goblins. But what about the other two of you? Like, in the downtime you've had around the village and stuff, would you have kept to yourself more often, or would you have been out and about amongst them and everything like that?
No, I would have been more out and about. I think they're very interesting to watch, at the very least.
Well, then you would probably be able to track down someone who would be able to. I mean, they all recognize you by this point, and they would be able to find someone that knew you a bit more personally, well enough that you'd know their name or something. But you know, you've interacted with them and obviously been able to speak with them. And after probably 5-10 minutes, would have one goblin come up to you guys.
Hey guys, what's up?
Well, we're back from scouting.
Yeah, how'd it go?
The scouting went well, but we sort of took the long way around. We got lost.
I don't rightly remember exactly how long ago you guys were here, but it has been a while.
It's been a little while. Is Flask of Wine here? The other Tabaxi. Has he been here?
The white cat. No, we haven't seen him. No, you guys are the first ones from you guys that we've seen at least a week, I think.
Okay. Is Big Smart around?
No, he's out on patrol today. He should be back in the morning.
When we went out, there was another smaller Batiri with us. He used to pantomime a lot and was quite the talker. Did he make it back? He got separated from us.
I don't know who went with you. Honestly, like, I kind of just stay to myself. Like, the warrior ones are kind of assholes.
Sure. I understand.
Yeah, I'm assuming that since you would have been the one asking around, this one you would have. He's one of the craftsmen of the village. He's not one of the warrior ones, so he doesn't really interact with that sect of the village.
Mm-hmm. How are things been going around here?
I mean, good. Honestly, like I've been busy. There's always lots of arrows and spears to make. Unfortunately, no chairs have been made recently. That kind of really sucks. I don't like not making chairs, but I mean, war times are war times.
Yeah, I understand. Do you think we could get just a few of those arrows for our companion?
Does they use the our size bows or your guys' size bows?
Oh, well, our guy's size bows.
I will. He's meaning, is it a short bow or long bow?
I'm pretty sure it's a long bow.
Yes, she does use a long bow.
I use your guys' size bow.
We might be able to help with him, but the one she uses it's a bit big for our arrows.
I understand. Do you think you could make some though?
I mean, yeah, if you help get the supplies and stuff. I mean, how well do you want them? We make pretty good stuff, but we don't have exactly any points at. It would be probably you, Jake, with your armor and everything. That we don't really have that stuff.
Well, I admit I don't really use a bow and arrow, but an arrow's an arrow, right? If it flies straight, it's...
Oh yeah, we make them fly straight, but like, don't expect fancy metal heads or anything like that. We use bone and wood.
It's certainly better than nothing, though. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, well, if you can say bring us maybe one medium corpse for the bones, and I mean wood is a plentiful supply. We have feathers, but unless you bought us some, we kind of need a lot of the feathers. They're not so easy to come by. You'd have to help us out somehow, either bring your own feathers or give us something in return for them. And then it'd probably only take, 2 hours to make maybe enough to fill a bag or two.
That sounds pretty
points
good.
Points at the quivers. But he can help. He can basically just give Roland or short bow arrows. I know they're meant to be technically the same thing, but at the same time, when you go to a actual
Sure.
weapon shop and buy arrows, you're buying the specific arrows for your bow.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it.
I kind of want to mark them down as specifically battery arrows.
I mean, they are legitimately no different to a normal arrow.
Yeah, but they're
not in our
bone
hearts.
carved tips.
But you can
Bone carved tips. Bone carving.
You could easily refill your quiver if you wanted more than that. You'd probably have to again help them supplies. If you guys want to help River get some arrows back, yeah, they'll need a medium corpse and preferably some arrows or something, and some feathers or something in trade for it.
Yeah, we'll like definitely have to do that, 'cause she's like down to 6 arrows at this point.
And yeah, she would be more than willing to obviously put in the hard work for it.
Yeah.
which we can just leave to. I can either give me a survival check from everyone, and anything over 15 will basically ensure a trapping of something that would be well enough.
Here, you want one from River?
Yeah, I was just pulling it up, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
kept
you
it.
guys easily find enough, and with 21s, I'll even say that you guys find enough arrows there. They'd happily, especially being given the leftovers and the meats and everything, assuming you don't want to claim that for yourselves, they'd happily refill your quivers and everything.
Yeah.
That would take up basically the rest of your day, though.
Mm-hmm. I even think that little bit of
Well,
is certainly
pretty
worth
short
it.
too.
Yes.
We don't really want her to not be at combat strength.
And it's just formality. I know you guys will probably take the option of camping, but you guys are in a safe place. You can just camp here the night. Do you want to go out in the middle of the night?
I think we should camp here at the night too. We'd get the news in the morning of what's going on in the village from Big Smart. That'd be my vote.
And in the morning,
Yeah.
if you guys were sticking around and not leaving, like if you were specifically waiting for Big Smart, you'd see him
Oh,
coming.
that Grimmer just in the.
You'd see him coming in with a small band. I'm going to use the same token,
Sure.
just cause.
Does he come in from the riverways?
No, he comes in from the same way that you guys tend to actually come in. It seems to be more. They just seem to use the eastern entrance as almost the entrance to their village. Just, I assume, because the river would be on their back. Really, it's just because you guys always seem to put your tokens on the east.
Yeah, well.
But he comes in with a couple of other goblins and see you guys and waves at you and starts walking over to you. Hi guys, what's happening?
Well, hey, we're back from scouting. Like I was telling people in the village, we sort of took the long way around. Wound up getting a little bit lost.
Scout not do job?
Well, we got there and we scouted them out. Roland, more so than I. From what we saw from the camp, from what I saw from the camp, I only saw, 8 to 10, but Roland can tell you a bit better, I'm sure.
I mean, I just had a bit more of a walk around. I used invisibility to just get better angles. There were a few tents around. A lot of them were closed, but yeah, I did only see about 12 walking around.
Oh, that's not many. That can't be their big camp then.
No, but there is a bit more. When we got lost, we came from the south. I know, we got pretty lost. Some tribe or others is putting up those warning markers down to the south, similar to yours,
South,
but on the ground.
How many? Oh, ground. Oh, those boars.
The boars?
Yeah. They are right big pig.
Ah.
But are they not goblins? Are they just boars?
No, they goblins. They sit on boar back and ride around. If you went through their territory, you probably saw they have like markings on ground where boars run.
Like trails, we did see that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
They're okay. I mean, they how you say neutral. They
we've dealt with them. We sometimes trade with them, sometimes fight with them. It's kind of they're more natural, more savage maybe.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah.
They not high sophistication like us.
Of course not.
But
I guess the other important thing is you may notice, but we're missing one of our members. When we got lost, we got separated from Flask of Wine. Have you seen him around?
I haven't. No, I can ask the boys if they seen them around. But what about little one?
Unfortunately, he was with Flasks as well.
Well, they should be okay together then. White Cat seem pretty strong himself too, and little one he hide well.
That's good.
Where you last see them?
We last saw them at the temple, the one with the big crocodile head where we were before. It was right around there. We had a camp set up just outside of it.
Oh, isn't that where the owls are?
Yes.
Oh, we might need to go find them then very very fast. How long ago you get lost?
It's probably been upwards of 4 days at this point.
He kind of gets. I mean, not that you can see his face, but you can see almost shock in his body. He kind of jars for a second, and that probably not the best. Me go speak to Queen. You wait here. We probably go very soon.
Yeah.
And he skitters into the big main tent while the other two go about whatever tasks they have to go about. By the looks of it, they're probably going to ask if the other goblins have seen anything, but they disappear off into tents and could be doing God knows what. 5-10 minutes later, Big Smart would come back out and, okay, I tell Queen, and we go find them like now. We need to go now. She not happy.
All right, that sounds good. Why is she so... well, not happy? Oh, I'm choking on my own spit.
It's not happy with you or me or anyone in particular. She just it not good news, and she not want not good news at the moment. She want good news.
Right, I understand.
So we go now. You have everything.
I think we have everything, and I turn to...
See if they have everything.
Roland's just
My-
hang on.
my-
Gotta take a fish.
My everything is at the place we need to go.
Yes. Actually, yeah, you couldn't have been fishing. You would have left. I don't see you taking your
no.
fishing rod on a stealth mission. But with that, then, Big Smart rejoins you guys, and
Why did we come back to the village if I couldn't fish?
Why indeed.
So, give me a survival roll. Should be able to do it. Yeah, there we go. Take your move.
Right, where are we off to? Actually,
Well, this one
Heading
here.
back to Camperachus.
Yeah, I'll put a marker on where your guys' last known camp was. Is purple. It was about there. And what are we doing for the night? Are we in a hurry? Big Smart would be very keen on the idea of keeping moving, even though he is looking a bit ragged and tired. He basically came back from a patrol and didn't get a rest, but he's full rearing to go. But at the same time, he's not going to, by any means, run off in the jungle by himself.
I think we've seen what happens when we go into things very tired, and
Yeah.
I think it's smart to get a full rest, even though, I'd be eager to see what's going on with Flask. I think it's smartest that we actually get a rest.
Right?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Give me those perception rolls. The rain that has been basically constant for the past couple of days is continuing on. If anything, you feel like it's almost getting harder. In the small clearings that sometimes appear in the canopy of trees, it almost seems like a waterfall of water coming down. The roots and the vine system seem to keep quite a good irrigation going and keep the water flowing back towards the rivers and everything. So it doesn't seem to make the area very swampy. There's easy parts to go through and everything like that.
Okay.
But give us the next roll, survival. Yep, you're good.
Alright.
And coming into the area where your camp last was, and spending, it would take most of the day, honestly, with the weather how it is and the fact it's been so long, and any tracks you may have left have long since disappeared. But towards the end of the day, you've come across what you're sure is the remains of your camp. There's a tent that's left standing and a campfire, and it seems to be the same area, but there's no flask or any donkey or belongings lying around. The tent is empty and tattered. Still in usable condition, but not by any means good condition. Or it's been out in a storm for a week, and it looks like it possibly may have been attacked at one point.
What about any of my stuff?
You would not be able to find any sorts of belongings.
What about any footprints or anything like that? Any signs of struggle, all that kind of stuff?
Give me a nature or a perception or an investigation. And anyone can do this, by the way. I'd suggest doing different rolls for different information.
Was it nature?
Nature, perception, or investigation. Doesn't matter which, but... you would notice some struggle marks, whether they were from something that happened to the camp, or Jake, you might even hazard a guess that it possibly may even be leftover marks from when you were kidnapped. They don't. There's not enough of them in any clear direction to take a guess at which direction they may be heading in. It's just general marks around the area. The odd scratch mark. As you guys saw, the path that the spider leaves kind of burnt fist-size holes. So there's a few of them that haven't quite been, washed away or reclaimed by the growth.
All right. Well, something happened here, and our only real lead is heading back towards the shrine, back towards Camp Righteous. So I think we should head there and probably prepare for a fight.
All right. It's not too
I
far
think you're
from
probably right.
not too far from here anyway. Just to the north, a little bit north.
It is
Northwest.
late in the day. Are you want to go at night?
I
Do you
think
reckon we
going at night would probably be a decent idea.
so it'll give us the advantage
Yep.
of not being seen?
Well, again, you guys have actually traveled this area quite a bit, and you've taken this path before, so it's by no means a terrible feat to find the camp again. So we won't throw the risk of getting lost at this stage at you again. But you make it to the place we want to be. Give you guys a big smart.
As we start to get close, I will go ahead and, mage armor, and it lasts for 8 hours. And I will also pass without a trace on all of us. Because
It's fine if everyone wants to give me a stealth roll, because I assume everyone will be trying to sneak in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of course I will. Because I'm always keen on sneaky sneak.
How bad was it?
0?
Is that one?
Oh, for Greg, yeah. Oh. Well, it's technically a 10.
Technically, it's a
He's
And-
still about as stealthy as you expect a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, possibly even a little bit more stealthy than you'd expect someone in full plate mail. It's a 10. Yeah, he's at 18, 26. Okay. I don't know how to reduce vision and stuff like that, so deal with it.
How come it's just Goblin Boss and not Big Smith?
Because I haven't got
Both of them.
a thing for him.
No, keep both of them.
He's just a goblin boss.
Oh, I still got River's stuff up. Do you want one from her?
Oh, yes. She also needs to be brought on.
Is that
yeah,
what-
I can.
Was that a trace as well?
No, so she rolled 34. So she big sneaks. So I'll say at this point, because you guys know that the big lumbering armor dude is still pretty noisy, even with magic helping him and everything. You guys are pretty confident that at where you guys are now, you could be there and have him moving around with that roll and not be drawing attention.
But no further.
Yeah,
Understood.
no further. Like, even this is like, if he moves too quickly or something, an alert guard might be like, what's that noise?
So you may have to sit some of this one out for a while here, Jake. Do you have like a bow or anything that you could?
I just random these. Yeah, I've got a crossbow.
Or do you have
you-
spells that work at a good distance?
Yeah. I've got a couple of spells. Maybe I have to help you out.
Because, again, with all that in, you're likely going to make too much noise. So I think maybe we should try to go in at first, and if all goes well, you can come in after.
Alright. Sounds like a good plan, actually. You're not wrong there.
Because we don't honestly even know if Flask and the little one are actually here.
Fair enough. So, kind of gets comfortable alongside the bank line.
Yeah. I think it's up to you three to lead and me to follow. It's still incredibly dark for me.
Well, first things first, roll initiative, everyone, because we'll go off of initiative from here.
Well, that figures.
Yes, we missed it on, so.
Yep, it's there. Big smart. Yeah. Alright, Rover's turn first. Does she have vision and everything? set
No,
up?
I cannot see for a river, so it's probably best for you to move.
I will.
Because it's probably complicated to give her vision and stuff so other players can see. And
I don't know. We'll see. Vision. Night vision. Oh wait, no, she doesn't have that. I will.
Does the cat person not have night vision?
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Now, can you see using it? She should only have like be able to see around her.
yeah, at that point, I can see like 5 feet.
But you can see her token in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you've got vision with her because she's not emitting light.
She does have 60 dark vision.
Oh, does she have
sheet.
dark vision? Okay. Well, I will chuck that on. It's my bad.
I was thinking it would be pretty stupid to not have the cat have night vision.
One
Does
thing
that
that I
work?
also saw is that she does have braces of archery that aren't reflected in her weapon
Ah.
attack.
Isn't it? Oh, I'll set that up after, or I'll set it up now actually,
Yeah.
unless you want to.
Oh yeah, I could probably.
Yeah, because that was a recent thing. So
Oh
I've
yeah.
got to update that. Yeah, she should have night vision now,
Yes.
which should be a red tinge, I believe.
Okay, and there is a difference between what I can see and what she can see too.
Yep.
Actually, there's no red tinge to things though for her. But
Okay, it must be set up differently for Roland. But it is her turn.
is this like ladder actually still here?
I'm going to say yes, actually, because these goblins would probably have been using it. So there's almost like extra foot and handholds have been worn into the dirt. It seems to be pretty well used, actually. So much so that you can actually just travel down it without having to make a roll. It's basically a secure wooden thing by this point.
Okay.
So yeah, it just acts as climbing. You don't need to worry about falling off or anything.
Sounds good to me. This goblin right
That
here.
is 25 feet though.
Oh, so like 25
Yeah,
feet of
that move-
movement to do that?
Whatever the climbing for 25 feet is, which I believe is 25 feet.
Gotcha.
Of movement.
Yeah, then she won't be
Yeah,
able
that
to move
is
down it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a 25 cliff.
Gotcha.
But that's Riot's turn then.
Now, like, hypothetically, if I wanted to jump from here to here, does that look like a thing that I could do?
It would not be easy, but I mean, I'm not one to say no, you can't try something, and I'm not
Okay.
one to throw literally impossible odds unless it would be impossible.
Sure. I'm not interested in doing it at this juncture. I just
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to know if it was possible.
You have to note. There's only a small fraction of shadow there. The campfire or the bonfire is casting like the foot into light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You should be able to see the darkness for it. But yeah, I would say like if you rolled well enough, you would be able to land on that spot and stand on there and be hidden. But trying to move out past the foot would have you in vision.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not willing to try that.
Yeah. Well,
and that is
Scorpion
me,
does
though.
it. What do you guys want Big Smart to do? For the moment, he comes up with you guys.
Yeah, I was just gonna say probably groping at the ladder for now.
Yeah, there's not much to do but stack up to the ladder for this turn, so you guys can just do that and pick up at River's turn.
Okay.
I'll just move you there.
So we'll go 20, 25, 30.
Poor Jake can't even see. Everyone else has night vision. Oh no, you don't, Rio.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Imagine not even being allowed to come on the stealth mission because you're
To
too
be fair.
metal.
To be fair, it's also raining very heavily, so vision's obscured anyway. And then Riot's turn.
Yeah.
Goblinos. He would also come down, but he would probably wait there until you guys actually gave him a direct order. He doesn't want to risk.
He should stay with us in case we need to talk to a goblin, because nobody else can.
Fair enough. Well, then he will stick
Tap.
to you. And then River's turn. You and River just keep rolling right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, she would be like right on the edge of darkness.
Tap. Give me the chips. Ooh, man.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Cardio. Use your chips back.
Wait, would I actually see that?
See what?
This.
If you can see it, then yes. No, actually, the statue would be blocking you. You would not quite be able to see him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He would just stick with you. She rolled like 34, eh? On her stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna bother trying to roll against that. This goblin ain't seen her. Roland's turn.
I'm actually going to do this.
Yep.
And just vanish. I'm gonna, at the moment, I'll check how far I can move, since it doesn't actually matter if I'm in line or not. So yeah, I'll come more out. Out here, just to keep an eye on everything at the moment.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
River?
And if she would clearly see this goblin, which she would, she would pull back, and should it come around the corner, which I don't exactly expect it to do, she'd hold an action to really try to grapple it and keep it quiet.
Yep. For her, just her personality and everything, she would probably just silence it the quickest way, which would be to kill
Fair
it.
enough.
So yeah, she would ready an action to attack.
Yep.
And then your turn.
And I would fumble around in the darkness behind her. Because my other party member has gone invisible.
Big smart.
I probably should have actually said something before doing that, but everyone kind of.
What did you roll from?
With Pass Without a Trace, 26, I think. Yes.
Well, in that case, I'll need to. Can't remember. Is it intelligence or wisdom?
What's that?
Is it intelligence or wisdom? Oh wait, no, 26 again. Can't even. So it does not matter. You guys are basically invisible, assuming you don't step out into the light.
Now, if you were actually to put a number on it, like a stealth score, what number would you give actual invisibility? Because it would have to be ridiculously high, wouldn't it?
Plus 30, because that's. I mean, maybe because you still have a presence. You still have a physical presence. And everything,
you'd still make
so.
Noise, and you'd still have a smell to you.
I reckon plus 20, because that would be, unless they have something like keen senses or something like that. I'd say like plus 20, but I mean, it doesn't really factor into stealth rolls.
Yeah.
Beyond if you're like kicking and shuffling your feet and stuff. But it is your turn, Roland.
Since I am invisible, I'm gonna come out a little bit more.
Who's got the wind? It's Greg. Greg, move your mic.
My bad.
Now, can I see like these battery, or are they intense?
They're intense.
I'm gonna pop out.
What, pop out of invisibility?
No, not pop out of invisibility. Pop out from behind this tent.
Now you'd probably be able to see him if you can see him.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, I want to look around. I want to see if there's any sign that they came here.
Yeah.
So
You'd be pretty sure, even with the rain and everything, you see at least a glimpse up towards the north of what looks like someone shackled on a stake.
I'll probably head up a bit more then to see if I can get a better view.
Oh, you already know that you'd have to actually go up to it to see what it was.
But like, if I
pretty
came
heavy
up
rain.
here, would I see at least a figure?
You'd see the full silhouette of them. But like, that's the best that you'd be able to make out with them.
So my next question would be, does dashing get rid of invisibility?
No, only attacking and casting a spell.
I'll dash.
You're gonna be making a lot of noise if you're dashing.
Yeah, that is one thing. It'll still affect the noise and everything, and there's still a goblin between you two.
Yeah, I forgot about noise. I'll hold off.
Fine. So it's your turn.
Yes.
River.
So we're not exactly in like combat initiative, right?
No.
Okay.
Like you can hold or move actions around.
So I'm going to tap her on the shoulder, and I am going to cast Shillelagh, which, has a verbal component, so it makes some amount of noise. And then I presume the three of us are going to ready in action to beat the crap out of this goblin when he comes around to investigate.
He continues on his way. He didn't hear you.
Lovely.
the rain covered. I mean, cantrip spells and stuff. It's literally
Fair
an
enough.
easy word that you can say under your breath. It got lost in the rain pretty easily. But yes, he has continued upon his way.
I look at the three of them sheepishly.
But at that point, I will go back up to Roland because he has
Yeah, I'm just.
basically got one either side of him.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed him sneaking up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to be heading this way. I'll just take it slow. I won't dash, won't run, won't anything. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll head towards this thing. I think I see. Terribly, I'm just walking off on my own, splitting the party. No one else
Great,
has
you
any clue
just-
what I'm doing.
Putting an entire camp of goblins in between you and the rest of your party. But we'll go back to the other group and how they wish to proceed.
So I can't see the light super well, but like, is this area right here still in light?
It's kind of flicking as what remains of the bonfire gutters
Okay.
and splutters to the left and right as rain hits it in water. Like I said, the rain is really torrential. It's almost seems like a solid mass falling from the sky at some point.
So the plan is to do something similar over here, with a big smart saying to the goblin, "Hey, give me a hand with this," or something like that.
In Goblin, I take it?
Yes.
That is fine. And as he comes up this way, he would obviously hear it and come over that way. Kind of wary that, he's not expecting anyone over the way. But he would get to this point, and then
Yeah, we would.
if you want to use any actions, use them now, because he would be seeing that it is a different tribe, and in fact the tribe that they're hating on.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna club his brains in.
And he will also. Yeah. It's, you guys between the two of you easily drop it, and its eyes slump back and it drops to the ground, never to move again.
Hide the body.
That'll probably have to wait till our next go around, but yes, that's the plan.
I mean, you've got probably enough time to like get it back into the shadows or something before this one comes around the tent. This tent here is blocking the view from this other goblin for now.
Okay, well then yes, we would like to do that.
Yeah, well, I'll put that there then.
Okay.
And Big
And
Smart
whoops.
will step back out of the ship.
Yeah.
And we will go back to sorry, Roland after this goblin has his movement.
Be right back. Actually, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
And it's Roland's turn.
Refill my drink, maybe.
So,
Give me a dexterity check.
is that just a straight check?
Yeah. Hi, that's sweet. You almost kick one of the guy ropes of the tent, but managed to catch and stop yourself in time. And as you come up to this fence here and get a bit closer, you can see it is indeed Flask, and he seems a little worse for wear, to say the least.
Now, but like, is this a gate he could jump over? Is what's keeping him in here?
He's tied to the stake. Like, it's basically a cut up log or tree, and he's shackled with his hands over his head, probably just a couple of inches off the ground.
I'm back.
And he does not look like he's going to be jumping anytime soon. Not to say like he's got broken legs or anything like that, but he's not moving, and he's a bit bloody, and you can see a few fresh and old.
So I'm gonna wait a bit because there's a couple of goblins right there. But I'm hoping that will move away so I can try and do something.
Word. There's only this is the only one down by the campfire that's awake. The rest are all in tents. So far, all you guys have seen is two guards walking around.
It's just these two here. That I thought they were out of tent.
No, they're just in that area.
Oh, yeah.
But if you didn't want to do anything in particular, we will right this second.
Can I try and open the gate?
Yes.
That is what I would like to do.
It might be a bit noisy, but it should be okay. It's not like a well-made, oil-kept, looked after fence by any means. It's the remains of one.
Well, would I just be able to climb over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll just climb over.
It's still only like, thigh high. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I'll climb over. That'll be me.
Yeah, and we'll go back to the others quickly.
Can we hear? Is there like one over here?
Where?
Right about here.
Give me a perception check.
Okay, this is specifically River. We'll do one for her. And then we'll do one for me.
You would have a pretty good idea of where he is. You can't hear any direct footsteps, but the last footsteps you heard seemed like they were walking up to the fire. You'd guess that he's probably, catching a bit of warmth before continuing on.
Okay. Then I think the plan is to wait and try to do the same thing. He looked like he was doing the same path and going to come around here at some point. Yeah.
And he would indeed, and why do they not just have like perception rolls and stuff? So annoying.
There should be like a passive perception or something on him.
Yeah, but you can't
like
roll
on the
it.
NPC.
Yeah, you can't roll it though, because that's just passive perception. This isn't.
Right.
He's actually keeping
It's a
alert
wisdom
guard out.
roll.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just.
He would get to about here and see the body behind Big Smart. And does anyone have reach or a spell they want to use? Because or else his first reaction is to shout once he sees the body. But I know you guys are prepared for this scenario, so I will give you that option of if you've got a spell or something you'd use instead. Just because he's not in range of any of you for melee.
Where might still open shooting?
I don't have anything that'll keep him from speaking out. I can give him the old like blindness deafness combo.
It doesn't mute him though.
It does
And that'll
not
just
mute
make
him.
Yelp louder.
Yeah, that's what I would figure.
I mean, you could just try arrowing him with
That's probably the plan.
Ripper.
Yep.
She does enough damage.
Yes.
Just need to make sure it's a one-hit kill. So give me an attack roll.
Do we want to try with sharpshooter, boys? No, surely not, right? It's a goblin. Yeah?
No, go on. This is the time for the crit success on the sharpshooter.
Just obliterate him.
He probably doesn't need it.
It's a definite hit. Yeah. She manages to
It's still would have helped.
she manages to place a near perfect shot through its throat, silencing it almost completely, save for a small gurgle. They can't be heard past you guys in the rain.
Yeah. We'll give it a thumbs up, and we'll grab the body.
And, yeah.
Pull it.
Big Smart adds it to what will no doubt be a pile.
Yep.
But all seems reasonably quiet, assuming people don't make specific amounts of noise. If you spend a minute or two watching and waiting, you don't see any other patrolling guards or anything walk past. What would you be doing in that time, Roland?
Well, as soon as I get up to Flask, I'm going to ask him if he's alright. And I was going, and if he can walk.
You get like 10 feet away and you can see he's fully out.
Need to stabilize or?
Check him.
Can
No, he's stable, but not in a good condition. Like he's not about to immediately die, but he does still need help.
How much would it slow me down to try and bring him back?
Depends how much you're carrying, which is not much. Can you carry all of Flask, who would probably be, I don't know, give or take 100?
Oh, no, probably not. That would put me over encumbered.
Yeah, like he's not a tiny figure. He's probably a little bit taller than you and not meaty, but he's stocky.
I'd probably make my way back to the group and tell them I've found Flask and I can't carry him because I'm not strong. But he needs some sort of medical attention.
All right. We've been a little busy here, so I don't think there's any patrols for a while, but we should still move pretty quickly.
Do you remember the animal pen where we let the axe beak out of?
I do.
Yeah, he's tied up in there.
All right.
And hearing that, River would basically beeline for it.
Yeah.
And take her brother down off of the stake. Because imagine not doing that first thing. But
I couldn't really do much. So if he dropped on me, I would have been stuck underneath him.
It'd be slow and noisy, but Flask, River would, do whatever it took to drag him out if she needed to herself.
I'm guessing that these are not right here? Or
These are the goblins?
Yeah.
They are, but they're in tents sleeping.
Okay,
So
I gotcha.
Do not be noisy. But you guys also do have cover of rain and everything. So you have some affordability, but not a lot.
Well, I mean, like, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, like, a level 2 healing word on him. Because, he's looking a little rough. That's the best I can do.
I've still got a little bit of invisibility time. Can I try and go have a look around for my shit?
I mean, you could. You have a fair idea. It would be probably in amongst all the goblins' positions and the tents and everything by this point. You haven't seen Chonky or the cart or anything. Not that it was a cart.
Yeah.
The litter.
I'd probably hold off. It's not that important. I don't want to get us caught just trying to get my shit back.
I mean, it's not just your shit. It's all of your guys' stuff. All of your survival equipment.
I mean, like, after we get, Flask out of here, we can go and start, probably doing a number on these goblins. If that's what we really felt we needed to do.
Basically, 2 of you could carry Flask out, little effort, or if you guys want the security of having someone or 2 people unimpeded, you could have just River take him out. But yeah, that would be slow and noisy and require roll.
I think we should definitely 2 people and try to do it as quiet as we can.
I kind of like the idea of it looking like River's the only one caught him, just holding him by just the legs. I've got his head, but I'm invisible. Looks like she's just holding him on her shoulder.
But
I'll help.
he is not under the effect of Pass Without a Trace or anything either, though.
That is correct.
So I don't even know how to levy this.
Well, he won't be making tricks anyway because we're carrying him and we're the ones.
It's not just tracks though. It like envelops you in magic as well. I'm pretty sure that make it harder to see you.
It's a pretty vague spell.
Yeah. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you. So yeah, it's literally making you less visible and everything. And it's not like he's a sword or something that you're carrying on your person. It is another entire person. Give us.
Wait. It just says it's incredibly vague. Wouldn't you just be able to also?
You could, but that removes the threat of the situation.
Summer's done.
Give me a stealth roll. I assume rolling because you're I would assume the highest roll for us.
I've got a 5. I'm not sure if River is any better, but yeah, I'm pretty good with stealth.
Flask and River.
You're not that good.
Flask can't. Anyway. River has a 6, but you already rolled.
Oh,
14, 24.
Also, technically, like, it's radiating from me. Like, I don't target them. Like, I'm the target, and everything I choose within the 30 feet is under it.
But would that be at the casting time you pick?
No, because we would have to stick within 30 feet of me. Like, right now, they would be in it, but funnily enough, neither Big Smart nor Jake would be in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so it does. Yeah, so no, we can do that. That's fine. Yeah, you guys would be able to get out easy enough. The rope would be your only issue, so you guys can just jump over to the rope. Either the ladder thing.
Whoops.
And how are you getting an unconscious body up a ladder?
We're going to endeavor to make them unconscious.
Jake, we need your help.
I can give him another heal. Hopefully that would bring him up.
It doesn't seem to be like a damage unconsciousness of being under health or anything. He was obviously low health, but it seems more like a fatigue or coma almost.
Other than the person in the armor who has the highest strength, I could enhance ability and we could put it on them, and so they get, a better chance of getting it up. But I'm at 10 strength personally.
Does anyone else have any rope on them? I lost mine when I lost my staff, but we could tie.
I think
I'm pretty sure Jake's the only person that doesn't have 10 strength.
Yeah,
and he still does. Does everybody have 10 strength?
No.
Do you have less than 10?
I have 7.
Oh,
okay, that's even worse. So no one has strength over. Well, you need that enhanceability then.
Yeah, I have gloves of swimming and climbing, and I can enhance ability.
So you're probably the better one to do it.
Yes.
So give me the...
That does mean we're no longer going to be quiet, though. Whatchamacallit will go off. Pass without a trace, because it's a concentration. This is a concentration.
It's alright. I'm still in.
Okie dokie. Excuse me.
I'm not sure about anyone else, but I'm good.
Lovely. And I use my other level to heal them up.
It's basically just you give me an athletics. Everyone else can get up and down the rope ledge is fine.
Yeah.
Carrying another body, chuck me an athletics.
So...
Or an arcana.
Advantage... Oh. Sorry.
You're just gonna...
It's literally +0, though. I mean, like, I'm okay if you want to go with the first one, but it's +5 to it, and then add advantage.
That's fine. Yeah, you can... you manage to carry him up. It's not an easy feat, but you pull it off. Even off of first roll.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then I think we should get out of here.
Big Smart would be stopping. Did anyone see Little One yet?
Not yet, but I was hoping when Flask work out? We could ask him.
Oh, I hope he wakes and his brain's heavy. His little one may not do well for too long, Barnes. But with that,
Can I try and throw some water?
Well, I mean, first we should definitely get safe first.
yeah, I was going to say you guys can move and get safe pretty easily at this point. It is almost 4:30 here, so I think it's also a good time to call it for now
Okay.
before we get into anything else major.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the nice cliffhanger of, if we take too long, a goblin near child may die. It's not a child, but it's still a younger goblin. But hopefully people enjoyed the session.
Yeah, it was a good one. Excuse me, clear my throat.
Got a few different things happen.
Yeah. Big old combat that ended up going pretty well. Man, there were like 2 critical hits in that one, though, from the monsters.
Yeah.
So it was
that Channel Divinity came in clutch, though.
Yeah, it did. It's certainly rough without it.
Just because he was completely surrounded, I like to picture it that he like was getting fully swamped on them like in the movies and stuff, and then just came up with the shining symbol. Scatter.
Because it hit every single one of them. I mean, some of them resisted it, sure, but
yeah,
it was impressive.
Well, that's the thing. It's just everything within 30 feet just is hit by it. And then you just get the resistance to it.
Yeah. And then we at least managed to find one of the people.
Yes, one of the missing people.
The important one, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a good one. If you've been watching, thanks for watching. If you haven't been watching, you should be watching. I hope you all have a great day, and peace out.
Catch you later.
Take it easy.
Bye.